Hey, what's up guys? Junglebird here bringing you a war recap video from our last war against Say Uncle. Really quick before we start, just a breakdown of how the war was matched up. Looks like Say Uncle had 4 Town Hall 11s. We had 3. They also had a 10.5. We had none. But we did have one extra Town Hall 10, it looks like. We had 6 Town Hall 10s, they had 5. And we also had 2 9.5s, and they had 0. I think our 9.5s are kind of pretty early on their offense, so I don't think it was a huge advantage. But they were a little stronger up top. And I guess we were maybe a little bit stronger in the low Town Hall 10 / Town Hall 9 area. But anyway, good effort by them. They definitely had a few attacks not go their way, and so did we, but that's just how it goes, especially up at the top at the Town Hall 11 and Town Hall 10 as well. But we're going to take a look at 5 attacks that I thought were pretty cool. Hopefully you guys think so too. We're going to start out at the top here. Let's check out B.A. Baracus with his Town Hall 11, getting a respectable double on their #1 base. I was looking at this base and I'm pretty glad I didn't have to hit it because I wasn't really sure where to start, but B.A. does a good job. He's bringing a Queen Walk with the new max level healers, which seem pretty powerful in most cases. Here come 5 healers with the Queen, Warden down. But even with those 5, or the max level healers, 3-point defense, especially with Town Hall 11 level point defenses, dropping that rage like he did is probably a good idea. And then a second rage for the CC encounter. Better safe than sorry with these Queen Walks. If you're investing that much troop space into your walk, and then obviously your Queen and your Warden are extremely valuable. You definitely want to make sure she doesn't die prematurely or anything like that. But anyway, CC taken care of really smoothly, and the Queen's going to kind of just continue her walk counterclockwise up this base. 2 expos on him. That's surprised. Those 2 expos, I think the healers were actually keeping the Queen stable there. Not sure if that Warden ability was accidental. Probably could use that a little bit later in the raid. But anyway, the walk continues. Just taking out a nice side of this base here. He's getting set up for a Valk dive into the Town Hall, if I remember correctly. Pops the Warden ability because he's encountering the Inferno. And this part looked a little hairy right here, but the enemy king actually walks away, lets the Queen kill him. Here comes a wad of bowlers with the king, some giants for tanking. And unfortunately the healers switched over to the Warden, otherwise they would have kept that Queen alive, which would have been really nice. But here come the bowlers, continuing the funnel since the Queen died. More wall breakers, and then just a few Valks there, not too many, maybe like 8 or something like that. And they're going to easily get the Town Hall. Even has bowlers going into the core, so nicely done there. It's going to end with 61% double. So good job, man. That's about it. Valk's got a little bit more juice in them. Sip of coffee. Okay, there you have it. Healers going down to point defense. So yeah, doubling the #1 base. Good job, man. Let's take a look at GSU hit in #3 with a nice 72% double here. And this raid it appears to definitely not go GSU's way here. He's bringing another Queen Walk. He also has the max level healers. Nice to see those in action. Queen Warden Walk. That's awesome. So I'm not sure if those two bowlers, if he was trying to get his queen to walk counterclockwise, but the wall breaker's there to me means obviously he wanted his queen to walk in, which makes a lot of sense. He'd funnel out all this storage trash here. But unfortunately, the queen walks. He has to drop another rage to keep her alive. I think the healers are on the warden right now, which sucks. Probably popped the warden ability out of fear of his queen dying. But healers switch back to the queen. Here comes some bowlers, so he's going to kind of get his bowlers going with the queen walk and try to get things walking around this base. A little bit of a split going on. Barbarian King ability is going to funnel out just enough buildings. So probably in a little bit of recovery mode here, but he gets the funnel set, and here come the Valks, and he's got a rage waiting, so these Valks are going to get that town hall for sure. Oh man, the queen is just holding on by a thread here. That is incredible. She takes out a few more point defenses. And he's just snagging a few more percent up top, looks like. And there's the Inferno encounter. Queen finally dies, so nice 72% there by GSU. Taking down another challenging base. Next, let's check out DLJ taking out number 10. I think that was our only 10 versus 10 triple. But I think we had a few close ones here and there. But yeah, let's take a look at Jack. Jack always brings really cool attacks, and this one's no exception. I kind of missed this attack from back when miners were just insanely overpowered. The boner attack, that one's lots of fun. So here's Jack making his funnel set, a couple baby dragons, 3 baby dragons, some bowlers on the sides here, and CC giants versus a golem, so that's cool to see. Unfortunately, pausing really quick right here, I didn't catch that when I was watching it. That hut right there pulled his wall breakers to that corner, so now he's got that corner broken open versus this one, so just something to watch for. But fortunately, his giants, man, 7 giants will tear through a wall pretty quickly. Here comes the CC. Kind of gets a wonky push in with his bowlers, and unfortunately a lot of them get killed by this baby dragon, and probably kind of all relates back to that compartment getting opened up on accident, but still gets a huge amount of value for his kill squad here. I think he gets both Inferno Towers, a bunch of defenses. It's just a really nice push. And then in come the miners. So Town Hall 10 miners are definitely something that's viable, especially with like a bowler kill squad, something to take out some key targets or to kind of funnel out the base in a manner that your miners will be able to exploit. He's got a few of them going to the outside here, which can be avoided if you get that side. If you get these outer buildings funneled, you want to do your best to keep the miners inside the base, obviously. But he's got definitely a ton of miners inside, and still has a heal spell for them. Queen's still alive, taking out buildings, so just a really nice attack, and nice to see miners in use here. I don't believe I saw any skeleton traps on this one, so that's definitely something to consider with a miner attack. The ground skeletons can really slow them down, especially if they encounter ground skeletons, in the thick of things at the center of the base. The miners just take forever to kill off ground skeletons. So this one probably had skeletons set to air, so that worked out great. Um, and I believe Jack did a good job, using his heal spells where needed, especially with areas like wizard towers and splash damage and things like that. We'll just fast forward to this cleanup, and we'll take a look at a couple more. Next, let's check out Brandon hitting number 13. Just wanted to share this attack because I thought it went really well, but I think one change in spell composition would have made it go even better, and that would be instead of a second rage, bring in a jump spell, and I'll highlight what I mean by that. So everything goes well at the start. Great funnel with his wizards and baby dragons. Um, Giants break into the wall, bowlers are entering, and everything's going great. I would say a jump spell right here to bridge this next compartment would have been definitely very helpful. It would have kept his king moving in, these three bowlers, even his queen walks around to the outside. So a jump spell there pushes everything into the core, and from the core, you can just get so much, you can reach so much of the base. So not a huge deal, obviously, because Brandon still got the 3-star, and he actually got a 6-pack, so good job, man. Just wanted to point out things that can be done differently. Giants are still doing lots of tanking, though. I mean, 2 Teslas and Expo are distracted with those Giants, so you still get really good value out of them, even though nothing really entered the core directly. And that's pretty much the story of this one. King and Queen still have the ability, you got a few bowlers and a few wizards going around the outside of the base, and the King's going to just provide enough tanking for these DPS troops to finish off everything else. So nice job, Brandon. We'll finish this one up. Looks like he's got an enemy king to encounter at the end as well. But that's it. Just one last storage. Oh, and a corner hut. Oh man, didn't see that earlier. Gotta watch out for those. Those can definitely bite you in the ass. But good job, buddy. Okay, last we're gonna look at Chrome hitting 16. Chrome always got really interesting attacks as well. I mean, look at this. He's got a Queen Walk going. He's got 3 golems. So a stoned Queen Walk with just, a bunch of wizards and like 5 hogs. I'm not sure what I'm not sure what he has in the CC, but I guess we'll find out shortly. And then his spell composition, super interesting. 4 quakes and a jump. Like, man, really cool. And I'll be honest, I didn't even watch this one. I just looked at the army composition and said, okay, I'll put this one in the video. I'm sure it'll be cool. So this is my first time watching it. And here come the golems. Queen's going to continue doing her thing. Curious to see where this earthquake and jump spell are going to go. Okay, CC bowlers behind the king. And looks like all 3 golems are entering right up from 6 o'clock. Wow, really interesting use of his earthquake spells. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but he left these outer walls intact by dropping 2 and 2 kind of, parallel to each other. Really interesting. I'm assuming the jump spell will probably go up by that expo. Yep, there it is. So just a huge amount of tanking up front with a queen walk behind, a bunch of wizards behind, and they're just going to kind of slowly roll over this base. This is really cool. Nicely done, Chrome. You know, taking care of these corner buildings early. Good job there. Really cool attack, man. That's it. Just some cleanup. Still has a unbroken golem. Healers all died at some point, but the queen's full on health. Didn't even use the ability until the cleanup. So that base just got absolutely crushed. And last building. Alright, there you have it, guys. Nice win here against a pretty game clan, so respect out to those guys. And yeah, we're on a 6-war win streak now, so let's keep it up. Keep up the good work and the good planning. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.